All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to Off Program episode 10.
It's 10, right?
I think it's 10. I'm pretty sure it was 9 last time.
Been a little while because Travis was a busy boy,
Yes.
opening stores, going on trips.
Yeah, a lot of travel.
I was kind of thinking of doing an episode just Miana and I,
Yeah.
but I figured everyone would hate it and no one would ever listen again. I can talk shit because she's upstairs doing a real job, but
Yeah, I wish you could hear that.
she'll hopefully she listens to this.
She'll hear it later.
She's our only female listener. Like the statistics, you can look at male, female.
Yeah.
One, it's got to be her.
Do we? There's more than one, right?
I'm making
Gotta
that
be
up.
two. There's that girl that trains with us at the gym. I think she watches it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully, if you are a female listener,
Darnell's
comment.
friend. Daryl's friend.
I was gonna just keep going with like D names and just get worse and worse and worse. We'd end up getting canceled. But
Deshaun's friend, yeah.
anyways, have a serious question.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not serious question, but I want to set up myself to go on a little bit of a rant about something that irritated me last week.
Excellent.
How much do you think bodybuilding has progressed since the 1990s in terms of physique size, physique quality, conditioning?
Mm-hmm. So, like, the 90s was arguably the biggest turning point ever in bodybuilding, right? Because before that, all the guys in like open bodybuilding would fit into the parameters of what classic bodybuilding is now. Like Dorian Yates came along, he was the first guy to like be in legit shape, over 250 pounds. And then the judges let Dorian win, and then like the judges dictate which way the sport goes, especially in bodybuilding,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, the guy could have the, perfect classic physique look, he looks great, looks like Arnold, and then Dorian wins, and then he's like, okay, well, Dorian won because he's bigger, so now I need to get bigger. And then they kept rewarding the bigger and bigger guy. Then he, along the, like 10 years down the road, you have Ronnie Coleman, who's competing at like 300 pounds. And so guys just kept getting bigger and bigger. So from a judging standpoint, the biggest change would be in the size. Like conditioning was still quite great already, arguably better. Some people say better in like the 80s and 90s. The size is the biggest thing that changed.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's from like a judging progression standpoint, because a lot of people who watch the sport from outside the sport like, the Arnold look,
The more aesthetic
look, right? Which is what like classic physique is. So they would probably view it as like a regression of the sport,
Mm-hmm.
which is interesting, which is, what ultimately led to bring in classic physique, because it's literally what, the Arnold look, that like 70s, 60s, 80s type look, because it's a lot more appealing for people and it's a lot more realistic as well. Like you see a photo of like Ronnie in the gym, or like Big Ramy, who's like 300 pounds in shape. Some
Mm-hmm.
kid who's like just starting lifting, or maybe 5 years into it, he's been training for 5 years. He's put on like 10 pounds of muscle. And he's like, okay, this guy still has 150 pounds of muscle on him. He's like, it's just not like realistic.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why classic is so good, just for like growing the sport, in my opinion.
But I guess what I'm getting at is like in terms of human potential,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
hasn't reached a higher level now compared to the 90s.
Yeah, it has. Yeah. Well, like in terms of muscle mass, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because conditioning, you can only get so lean, and there was people in the 70s getting super lean,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that they already figured out, but what they didn't figure out was how much muscle you could put on. So from that perspective, oh yeah, like the boundaries have been pushed,
Mm-hmm.
which is for numerous reasons. One, it's like people just understand the science of building muscle a lot more, right? And they can implement that, and people just keep pushing it, man. Like,
Mm-hmm. And how many of the coaches that were big in the 90s
mm-hmm.
are still trying to say that 90s, early 2000s shit is the only way to do it?
Well, I think all of them, all the ones that are still coaching.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they're stuck in their ways. Do you think that's a detriment, or do you think that it's just their ways have worked and the pharmaceuticals, everything has come along with it?
That's a great question, but like it does work because it's a lot more simple,
Mm-hmm.
and simple generally does work,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's when you get overly complicated and try and throw the Hail Marys that you kind of have the mess ups. Like the fundamentals of like building muscle and getting in shape, it's the same. It's always going to be the same.
Mm-hmm.
There's just like different routes to get there now, and I think a lot of, actually no, I'm more in the camp that it is still the same, because now it's become more of like a marketing thing,
Mm-hmm.
in terms of like making it overly complicated, so then people think they can't do it on their own to sell coaching packages.
Yep.
I think that's a big part of it.
Yeah, and that's making it a little bit messy.
Yeah, because you know how it is, right? Like at the end of the day, be in a calorie deficit.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's kind of it.
That's yep.
There's a lot of ways to get there. There's like pretty simple ways, and then there's
More extreme ways.
yeah,
potentially stupid ways like by carb cycling to the.
Well, carb cycling
But again,
has
it's like,
place.
yep,
But there's a lot worse ones.
yep. And I guess like, well, the point I'm trying to get at is the other week I made a reel on reverse hypers.
Yeah.
Talking about how I do reverse hypers differently than how a lot of people do them.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people just swing it like assholes. They use momentum. They don't actually contract their glutes or their erectors. They're just flopping around.
Yeah.
And I talked about how I want more control, more glute tension. And old head powerlifting coach comments, if Louis saw this, he'd roll over in his grave. And it's like, if we're looking at powerlifting versus bodybuilding, we can kind of debate whether bodybuilding's gotten better based on the subjective judging criteria.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas powerlifting being more objective, since the 2000s, the sport has freaking exploded. Like numbers that people thought would have never been possible are now like multiply all-time world records in the early 2000s now being beat by dudes raw.
Yeah.
Like it's gone freaking insane. And then there's all these old head motherfuckers that want to say that the way they did it in 2005 is the only fucking way to do it.
Yeah.
And that if we don't listen to what they did in 2005, we're not going to get better. But if we look at the progression of the sport, how Mike T's brought in more RPE regulation, how he's brought up frequency, how he's done his stuff, how what I'm doing, what Trevor Jaffe's doing, kind of having a more concurrent approach, the sport is clearly progressing because the training has progressed.
Mm-hmm.
And the way people look at it has progressed.
But
And it's just like...
That seems like an easy argument to make, though, because it's literally like an objective number. It's like, okay, what was the best squat in 2000? What's the best squat right now? Is it higher now?
Oh, yes. Well, it's hilarious. Okay, so the 242 total I put up in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
2028 at 242. Pretty okay in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't even think I cracked top 20 that year. If I go back and open powerlifting, scroll back to 2012, the year I started, if I hit the total that I hit in 2022 with a time machine in 2012, I would have had the all-time world record. And now I'm just a dude.
I hope you wrote all that out in a reply to him.
I should have. I just like looked at him and I'm like, dude, you haven't fucking done anything since 2012. You haven't produced anyone doing anything since 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just calm down. The sport's gotten better.
Yeah.
And where I want to go with this, I don't want to end on a negative route.
No, it's positive today.
But if I think about the guy that was one of the guys that was putting out some of the most information in regards to coaching in the early 2000s to the 2010s, Dave Tate,
mm-hmm.
the absolute coolest thing about Dave is he has not stuck to what I did in 2005 is the best thing on earth. It's the only way to do it. With what he's doing with his podcast, he's taking lifters in, talking to them, trying to figure out what they're doing, and his worldviews are changing. If you listen to his opinions on his earlier Table Talk podcast versus now, it's like, that's why Dave's cool as shit, because he isn't just thinking that what he did was the best thing ever. He's trying to think about, okay, what are these guys doing now that have made the sport go further?
Mm-hmm.
And it's cool to see, and that's kind of what I want to try to remember now that I am kind of getting to be old balls, is there's going to be a kid in 10 years that's saying that everything that I did right now is wrong.
Yeah.
And if he's doing better than me, instead of just calling him a dumbass idiot, like I've had a lot of old head coaches call me,
yeah,
I'd want to be like, okay, why is this working better? What could have I done better back in the day? How can I take what this guy's doing and apply it to my worldview to make what I think work better for someone else that I'm coaching in the future?
Mm-hmm.
And it's even like as simple as shit, like, fuck, I got in a hour-long argument with a coach at the Swiss conference about whether or not quads matter in a raw squat.
He says they don't.
He says they don't. He says squat is a hip dominant movement pattern, and you need to sit back. You need to have a vertical shin. If you use your quads, you're a dumbass and you're going to blow your knees out. And he wanted to tell me that me blowing my knee out was a reflection of me using my quads. But when I did blow my knee off, I was listening to his shit. I was squatting with a vertical shin. I didn't train my quads ever. That's why my knee blew.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't know.
Like, how much respect do you have for the guys that have been in the sport, you know, at a high level for a long time, and then they like evolve with the sport? Like they're okay with saying like, okay, what I believed in the 90s, you know, there's more information on it now, and now I have this opinion.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm getting at. Is it's just like,
well, that's how you stay relevant.
There's an old Maxwell Planck quote that I'm gonna butcher, but basically it was, in order for science to progress, the old generation needs to die.
Yeah, and that's probably generally true, but it's really cool when it isn't. It doesn't have to be true.
And that's kind of what I'm trying to remind myself, is every time I have one of these shitty negative interactions, I want to be like, I don't want to be that guy when I'm 40 or 50 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I want to accept that it has gotten better. And it's not even that, again, like the guy that's yelling at me for quads not mattering in a raw squat. It's like, I learned a lot of my foundation from him. I just got to a point where it stopped working. And in order for me to get better from the point where I blew my knee, I had to think of ways to change in order to make more progress. And it's not saying that he's an idiot. Well, I kind of am now because he's not changing his fucking mind. But I'm not saying that his information that he presented wasn't valuable. It's just that it needs to build off and build off and build off and get better.
Yeah. Well, that's a crazy statement though, saying it doesn't matter. You know, like, so he's saying like the glutes and hamstrings are like more important.
Yeah, and you want
That's
to
like
you want
saying,
to hinge your squat, and that if you hinge your squat, your knees are going to be safe. And the reason everyone has knee pain is because they're using their quads. And it's just like,
that's like saying triceps don't matter in a bench press. It's like, yeah, your chest matters more.
yeah,
But try benching without a tricep.
yep.
You know? Yeah.
And I think a lot of like the 90s philosophy was to try to make the movements one muscle group. And when because back then powerlifting was mostly in equipment, raw lifting didn't really exist. In gear, because the gear is kind of acting like muscles, if you just focus on the muscle group that the gear isn't acting as, you can do a lot better.
Right, yeah.
But we don't have gear to support us. We need more tissue. We need more things involved in order to make up for the lack of support. So it's just use your quads, use your pecs on a bench.
Yeah.
Use your quads on a deadlift.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. How long has this guy been coaching? A long time?
Years. But
well, see, the thing with him is like he won't be around, or he won't be like relevant very long. Like when I look in the bodybuilding space, all the like older guys who are like, you know, the best in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, like the guys who are like still around and relevant are the ones who like have adjusted with the
did
times.
adapt and did change and did.
Well, the reverse is just saying all the powerlifters now suck, or all the bodybuilders aren't as good as they used to be. Well, no one's going to listen to that. You're just going to fade off, right? Like, so build up the sport.
Yeah, not just make it this gate kept.
Yeah, like it was the best of the 90s. No, man, like build it up. There's some great guys now. There's some sick athletes.
Yeah, and it's just wild to seeing where it's gone. I can't imagine where it'll be in another 20 years.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, well, the numbers are just going to keep going up in powerlifting. I don't know what it's going to happen with bodybuilding, because like there might be a course correction, because they do get a lot of pushback from going with like the mass monsters. Yeah, and I mean the sport in bodybuilding, it just follows whoever's number one.
Yeah, and that's kind of where people trend towards, because that's the target, so they try to look more like that guy. And
yeah, exactly.
But powerlifting is just biggest number, and what's going to produce the biggest number is going to be the best training over the most time. Now, whether or not that is the biggest number in the world or the biggest number for you is going to depend on your genetics, but no matter your genetics, it's best training over the longest sustained time period without getting yourself screwed up. That's going to produce the best results.
Yeah, so in the powerlifting, how much is like the injury prevention side of things improved? I would suspect quite a bit.
So I think a lot of the reason why I did get hurt as much as I did in my early career is I was basing my training off of those early 2000s, 90s coaches who did want to go, you know, I think there's an old Louis quote where like, we don't save pecs in this gym. Because some guy was whining about how he hurt his pec and Louis made him go up and he ripped his pec off. And it's just like, that's not the smartest way to do it.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of like the early injuries I had, a lot of the early digs, like my knee was 100% like me knowing my knee was fucked up and just saying, well, screw it. I'm just going to keep squatting the exact same way. I'm not going to do any rehab work. I'm going to be tough and suck it up. I think that's probably one of the bigger shifts in powerlifting, is it's kind of become less of a ultra hardcore mindset and more of a, how can I make better choices?
Because it's not even as much about like how many good days you can have. It's like how much can you minimize the bad days? You know, how can you get injured less throughout your career? Because the guy who gets injured less is probably going to progress more than the guy who, you know, bangs something up every year and has to, you know, take 3 months off training some specific lift.
100%. And what I've gotten better at is, because again, like shit is going to happen no matter what you do. You're going to have load management errors, because injury is fundamentally just a matter of whether or not you did more than your body was prepared for on the day. That's, if you're pushing hard, that's an easy line to step over.
Yeah.
And what I've gotten really good at as of late is, if I do have something get sideways, is still being able to make that session productive, and then minimize how long the thing takes me to get back from. And I had 2 like little stupid mistakes this last month.
Yeah, like your pack, right?
Like on bench, I was doing a set of 5, and it was supposed to be a set of 5 plus. So I was trying to get like 8 or 9 reps with it, with 385. And because I was thinking like I want to get 8 or 9 reps, I was rushing my reps. My 4th rep, I got a little bit out of the groove, dumped my scapula, and I was just like, okay, fuck it, I'm going to keep going. And I just lowered the bar on the 5th with a really shitty upper back position and exposed the pec, got a little snaggle.
Yeah.
But, I mean, 4 weeks later, incline 405 at like an RP6.
Incline barbell?
Yeah.
I didn't know you incline barbelled.
Yeah, I did that.
I've never seen a video of you incline
No,
barbell.
it's on Instagram.
I didn't see it. It's just barbell shoulder press and barbell flat press.
I tossed an incline in here and there. Well, when I was in Florida, when my bench was pretty damn good, I was doing a lot of incline barbell and max effort work. Just because with my groove, with my humeral position, it is a lot of that frontal plane humeral elevation that my bench press needs. And the incline is basically exaggerating that component.
Yeah.
So when I got back to Canada, training in the basement, didn't have a great incline setup, so I didn't really do it.
Yeah.
And then I had my stupid moment where I had a 3rd attempt bench where I just put too much weight on the bar for what I was ready for. Pec popped. Since the pec popped, incline felt really, really, really sketchy. But since getting back to the realm, I was kind of had this in my mind where I know incline is a huge driver for my bench. I just need to get myself back to the point where I can do it. So I've just been cranking the shit out of incline dumbbells.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden incline barbell's strong again.
It's crazy.
So I'm building it back up. But point is, it's like I had that pec snaggle because I didn't do anything stupid, because old Seth would have gotten pissed off, headbutted the wall, and tried to take the set again. Old Seth was an idiot. New Seth, I just went and did a bunch of therapeutic intense stuff for the pec, got it feeling pretty good, had a couple chill sessions, and then it's back to better than ever.
You know, old Seth just had less information than new Seth.
Yeah, and old Seth was worried about being as strong as he could on the given day, because that's what he was worried about.
Right, versus at the meet.
Yeah, and now I understand that single training session does not matter as long as I am able to make it productive in the big picture.
Yeah.
So I'm less worried about putting weight on the bar, more worried about doing the right amount of work for the day, and then letting it build over time.
What's the incline dumbbell at now?
I did 180 for, how many was it? I think 8.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, yeah. Which, you're like one of the few people that like actually, your training is kind of bottlenecked by being at a less equipped gym.
Oh, 100%.
Well, because how many gyms have over 150?
Not very many. And well, like Darrell's bench is freaking blowing up since being at the Realm. And my bench, like I'm on track to be stronger than I ever was post pec tear, like beat my pre-pec tear numbers by a significant margin at this point. And it's 100% because of the equipment we have there.
Yeah, because before the only thing you could like actually max out on was barbell stuff.
Barbell bench. And like TSE had like a pec deck that was way too light.
Yeah.
Now we have the infinity loaded pec deck.
Yeah.
I freaking hate that thing.
Bro,
I feel so lame every time I use it in the vlog, because I'm just like, well.
Yeah. No, I remember the first time I used like fucking not even half the stack. Like, this is embarrassing.
I think the saving grace is like what last week's episode I was working with some guy.
Yeah.
And like he had just like one pin in it. And I'm just like, okay, thank God people are gonna realize that I'm not that weak.
One pin?
Yeah.
He's gotta get his weight up.
He's got to get his weight up, but it made me feel better about myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's like TSC only had one pec deck that was way too light. Like we could, even post pec tear, I could full stack it for like 30 reps. Like immediately after that rehab.
And see, some of the old coaches would be like, what the fuck are you talking about? All you need is barbell.
Yep.
Right?
But
I'm sure.
being able to,
in bodybuilding.
Being able to create tension with the machine better, if we can contract the muscle harder on a machine than we could with a barbell or with a dumbbell, it's going to make that muscle better able to contract, and that's going to carry back into the barbell press.
And see, that's one way like the training's evolved in both our sports, whereas a lot of people like would still be, stuck in the older mindsets before that was an option. And I think a lot of that actually comes from it just not being as hard. Yeah. And then them not liking it for that reason.
Yep. But I don't know. Like if I was going to say like doing a dumbbell fly, which I could have progressed at TSE, because there's, 150-pound dumbbell fly would have been more than adequate.
Yeah.
But like the tension profile sucks and it feels sketchy.
Yeah.
So who cares if I can't work as hard on a dumbbell fly as I can on a machine fly.
Mm-hmm. Do you do an actual fly or like a fly press? Do you use that word?
I don't use that word, but like when I'm thinking about dumbbell fly, it's like I'm trying to make the strength curve as okay through the range as possible, So I'm not going totally straight arm because it would be just ridiculously heavy here,
Yeah.
not very heavy here.
Yeah.
So try to carry like a mild amount of elbow band, but not be like turning it into a press.
Yeah.
Like a mild amount of band just so I can kind of straighten as I go to get a little bit work at the top.
Yeah. Do you
But-
follow Trained by JP?
Yes.
I might ask you that. I feel like
He followed me back.
He followed you back?
Yeah. I felt like, so
He didn't follow me, but he reposted my deadlift video.
did he?
Yeah.
Sick. So he followed me like right at the end of my diet, and I was like, okay, I got to get my shit together if George's watching this.
Yeah. Yeah. There's like an added pressure whenever these people follow you. I was actually just thinking about this a couple days ago because, like, with the supplement world, we do a lot of like tours with these big name athletes and whatnot, and then sometimes they follow, sometimes they don't.
Yep.
Hani didn't follow, which I noticed. Hani.
Oh man.
Fucker.
What a guy.
Yeah, and then there's like an added pressure.
Yep. Like when someone cool is watching you.
Yeah, or like when like Jay Cutler just follows you, and then I'm posting a training video. I'm like, hey, like.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
I was going somewhere before that. What were we talking about?
I wanted to compliment someone.
Oh, go ahead.
So he follows that are cool. So Greg Panora commented on my incline press video.
Yeah.
Just saying that it was really strong. Greg Panora was someone who trained with one of the guys that I was just shitting on. He was strong as shit in late 2000s, early 2010s multiply. Had a stroke, came back raw, strong as shit raw.
Yeah.
Now he's old and coaching. But like he is someone who came up in that quads don't matter era. And when he talks about training for raw powerlifting, how he's adapted conjugate to work better for raw, he's talking about running quads. He's talking about box squatting he box squats slightly different than I do, but he box squats in a way that like this makes sense for a raw lifter. And it's just, again, another guy that's cool as shit because he doesn't just stick with what worked in 2010 is the only way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So props to Greg. He's definitely not listening, but
he might be. He might be if someone sends him this. I'm gonna send him this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, where I was going with that Jordan Peterson thing, he reposted my deadlift video, and then like it pulls up like the chat box.
Yep.
Then I looked from like 2018. It was me. I sent him like 2 or 3 messages in a row asking him to coach me. He like didn't reply. And then I like sent him another message, and like 2 days later, and then a couple days later, then I was like,
bad, oh bad. What could have been?
Yeah, what could have been? I ended up going with Dusty Hanshaw that year.
There's a picture of him and James Hollingshed.
Yeah.
Like in like their 4XL shirts at some kitchen, just looking gigantic.
Yeah, that's in JP's kitchen.
Yeah, I think that's probably one of my favorite pictures on earth. My favorite pictures of dudes on earth. Not that I have that many favorite pictures of looking at dudes, but
this would be the one.
Yep.
Yeah. James is probably, I think he's the strongest bodybuilder of all time. Stronger than Ronnie.
I would agree. It's stupid.
Yeah, like there's videos of him like repping 8-plate squats.
Yep. And it'd be
5-plate deadlifts.
Well, do you know about Kyle Curvey?
Is that? Oh, he's a younger dude.
Yeah,
right?
IFBB pro that has all-time world record in 308s now.
Like he's crazy strong, like right now.
Yeah,
He just put up like the squat video.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's like seeing that, like it's gnarly, but again, like seeing James, it's like, what if James decided to peak for a meet?
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty crazy. Because he has all 3. Like some bodybuilders, they'll have like one lift that is huge.
Yeah.
Right? But no, James, he has all 3.
Yep. And I think like the only issue is like getting his squat to powerlifting standard might be difficult because he's so big and he's squatting so knee forward that real depth would be a lot of leverage change. But
like he does a quad focus squat,
yes,
which is makes it more impressive in my opinion.
Oh yes,
like it's a in my opinion like a perfect bodybuilding squat.
I would agree with that.
You're gonna do with that much weight.
But I think like getting that transition to a powerlifting standard squat where hips are below knees, that might be difficult leverage wise. But again, I still think it would be strong as shit. It just might not be a first week strong as shit.
Yeah, maybe you should reach out to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So half price coaching.
I don't know. It's like one of those things where it's I don't want to ruin a bodybuilding career.
Yeah.
Not that it would ruin a bodybuilding career.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like the way that I look at that, it's like people are always asking me if I would pursue strongman. If I'd ever do a strongman show. And my answer is no. Just because I'm already this good at powerlifting, I don't want to waste my time chasing something else when I'm this close to my end goal.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be kind of the same thing for him where like if he wanted to do a powerlifting meet, it would have to be like after he already gets as far as he wants to in bodybuilding.
But also with him, like he might, just want to
Have a
cash in his chips before too long, right? Like
yeah.
he's been crazy strong for, he probably got like legit strong 10 years ago.
Mhm.
So maybe at this point he's like, I don't want to try and get even stronger and risk,
Yeah,
injuring
potentially.
myself. Because as far as I know, I don't think he's had any like major injuries.
Major. Yeah, I know he's been talking about his knees a little bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, fuck, probably, probably. But, yeah, yeah. I don't know if he's made it this far. I don't know if he'd want to push it at the end because I know he's been talking a bit about retiring and whatnot because he just had his kid, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And then if he starts trying to get like max strong again, his supplements are
Yep.
probably going to follow. Lots of food and
Yep. It'd be cool to
push
see.
your body through the ringer again. Oh, it would be great to see, to watch. But yeah, I don't know. I'd love to see that for a lot. I would have loved to see Ronnie Coleman try and do powerlifting meets.
Yep. He did way back in the day,
Yeah,
prior to bodybuilding. But
yeah, but I want to see like
at the end,
330 off season Ronnie.
yep.
I want to see what he benches.
Yeah,
I bet he could do
it'd be something
weights,
silly.
for sure.
But like looking at Kyle Curvey, looking at like what Stan Efferding did, it's like
Stan's the man. That dude's awesome.
yep. The growling, well, like the on every
Yeah.
concentric on squats. It's just like if he held his air in. But
Yeah, I think he might be collecting royalties on like any CPAP sales worldwide.
no doubt.
He's the biggest ambassador for
But-
CPAPs ever.
But like that's another thing that like frustrates me. Is like big dude,
Mm-hmm.
obviously looking tired. You got a CPAP? No. Like, why not? They want to argue about how they couldn't sleep with it. It's uncomfortable. It's like, take the 2 days to learn how to breathe through your nose. It
Yeah.
is going to change your life.
Do you sleep with one?
Yep. I had to turn my pressure up.
What's it at?
20.
Yeah, which is probably the max.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Well, I just was like, so when I got skinny, it was like blowing like a hole through my throat almost, it felt like.
Yeah.
So I turned it down as I got skinnier. And then I just kind of like started waking up through the night again. I'm just like, okay, get the app out, do the little cheat code to get into clinician mode on the app. If you guys have a CPAP and you want to adjust it on your own, this is not medical advice, but you don't have to go to a CPAP clinic and pay them $500 to change the pressure. You can just Google search how to access clinician mode on your model and you'll be able to change it yourself. But
I think it's insane that you have to go to a clinic to do it,
Yeah.
unless you figure out how to hack it, obviously.
which is very easy. Again, not medical advice. I did not tell you to do this.
Maybe I guess normal people's weights don't change as much because I was the same way. Like I had it when I was competing in bodybuilding, and then when I was lighter, I'd have to turn it way down, and then when I was heavy, I'd have it maxed out at 20, and it was such a pain.
But yeah,
I used to take it in to get it done.
Yeah, and it's nice to figure out how to do it on your own.
Yeah, I'm sure.
On the
Quick chat GPT search could
on the
find any
little
answer.
one I have, it's like you have to press 2 corners of your phone screen as the app is loading, and then it just goes.
Is that
in.
really what it
Yeah.
is?
I'll show you afterwards, but
That's hilarious.
it's hilariously but
Okay. What's the app called?
it's just for the ResMed CPAP machine app.
Just
Whatever.
Hold the corners?
Yeah,
Okay. That's hilarious. I wonder why they made it that way.
probably so it's easy for people to
And only
remember.
clinicians know how to do it.
Apparently,
You
there's a bunch of YouTube videos for different CPAPs because I did it with my old Philips one too.
Yeah. You have the one with like the auto adjust?
No, I don't.
No?
Well, it auto adjusts within pressure parameters.
Yeah.
So if I'm exceeding pressure parameters like I was with my girthy neck right now,
Yeah.
it will not auto adjust around that. It just tells me that I'm having more events than normal.
Yeah. When did you get it?
This one,
Or just any CPAP?
so I think my first CPAP was 2014.
Oh, so you've been at it
Yeah.
a long time.
I was a fat fucker at the beginning.
Did you notice a significant difference in quality of life?
So I started the CPAP, it was 2015, because I started the CPAP after I'd already started PEDs.
Mm-hmm.
And my immediate response was, this is more of a difference than taking steroids.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's like, if I'm falling asleep, like in every class at university, like falling asleep at stoplights, just not having that and like imagine that level of wakefulness carrying back into the gym, it's insane.
You were also eating a lot at the time?
Yes.
Yeah, so that also would be a big contributing factor too, right? Did you find, I know like when I was quite large and eating a lot, I couldn't drive more than like 40 minutes or else I'd fall asleep.
Really?
Yeah, it was an issue because like I lived in Saskatoon and my farm was like an hour and 20 out of Saskatoon. And I
So you could get into town?
Yeah, or I'd like fall asleep and then like get back into it. I remember I was driving my brother out one time, me to the farm, and I did that like twice. He's like, "What the fuck's wrong with you? Like, let me
Yep.
drive. Do you live like this?" I'm like,
That's a
yeah,
little
this,
bit sketchy.
yeah. He actually just couldn't drive. Well, because it was just so much rice
Yep.
and not sleeping. Didn't have a CPAP at the time.
Yeah, because like the food lethargy, I didn't. So like being an irresponsible fat guy, I didn't really feel like direct food lethargy then.
Mm-hmm.
But like we were talking on the last podcast, ramping it as high as we did towards the end of the pure rebound phase, like it was rough.
Yeah.
I now understand.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Eating that much food's tough. Clean food, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I feel like a pansy being like, Justin, please give me less food. But
it's funny how it's changed now. So we chatted in the gym, but you weren't at that point on our last podcast. So you said you pulled it back some.
Yep. Yeah.
So what did you do?
So we pulled it back to, so we had, at the end of it, we had 6 like freaking giant meals. We pulled it back to 5 meals again a day. Because like 6 meals, I get that there might be some benefit from it, but from a timing perspective with how much work I have to do, it's very difficult to get the work in and get all 6 meals in, especially when they're giant. So we pulled it back to 5 meals that are a little bit smaller on my medium days and high days. And then my low days a little bit bump up to make up for the total calories. And I've stabilized pretty decent in body weight, and I feel so much better.
Yeah, what are you floating at now?
I was 279 this morning.
Yeah, it's still not light.
When like the heaviest I saw was like 287.
And what were you like 4 months ago?
At the end of it, I think it was like 246. I got to 227 at my lightest before I added drugs back in.
You got to what?
227 was my lightest before I added drugs back in.
It's a 60-pound swing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And it feels rough, and I'm probably getting a little bit too fat too, but from a bodybuilding perspective. But from a powerlifting perspective, I think having a little bit more girth, as long as it doesn't get much girthy than this, probably isn't going to hurt that much.
Does your squats feel better now?
Huge. I finally figured it out.
Oh, thank God.
I finally figured it out. Had a good one on the weekend.
Going through it last time we talked about this.
Yeah.
You're stressing.
Oh, it was like the fear was when I started this whole process, I had so many people telling me that I was wasting my time, that it wouldn't be worth doing, and I should just stay 270 and just recomp. And, you know, we know that recomping isn't the best way to get significantly more tissue on.
No.
I definitely have probably 20 pounds of better tissue than I did at this body weight at the meet last year. But like my fear was like, were they right that I can't figure out the levers, that it's just going to be a shitty total?
Yeah.
But like now that I had that good squat, I'm like, okay, yeah, all you motherfuckers are wrong.
The last squat went good?
Super good. And it's like this whole, since pulling back the food, the hardest part on my main lifts has been not putting more weight on the bar.
Which is a great problem.
Exactly. And it's just, I know that I need to pace myself so I can't keep the progression going versus smashing my shit in again. But
do you get worried that it's potentially like a good day you're having, and that's why you feel like you can put more on the bar, and then the next workout won't be a good day?
So the first good day when we pulled back food, that was my fear.
Yeah.
The second good day, still kind of the fear.
Yeah. By
the time I got to the 5th good day, I was like, okay, we're okay.
It's
it should keep trending this way unless I do something egregiously stupid.
Yeah. That's a great feeling. I think you should do a full diet back down now to see to see where you get like in the same shape you were at before. Then you can know exactly how much tissue you put on.
We're on it back again for sure. Like after this meet, just start the process again.
That'd be cool to
get
see.
Lean, put it back on.
And what's great about this, I don't know if you did this before, but now you're taking like progress photos for your coach. Did you do that before or no?
No.
Yeah, so that's really cool data.
I have a couple progress photos in my phone, like post pec surgery when I like blew up because I was eating my feelings. I was 336. Like I have a really sad looking photo of me with the surgical tape, whatever, on my pec.
Yeah.
So I got that progress photo that I've.
No, these would be
this is
great
gonna be good value. Good valuable data points.
Yeah, when you get to like the end of the next, cut after the meet, you can compare it to where you were at, at the bottom of this cut.
Yeah, and a lot of them be like looking for heavier with similar conditioning or similar weight but better conditioning, and go from there. But
and then you have all your numbers too. Oh, you have it all.
Yep.
Yeah. You could release these training logs. You could probably put it all in a book and sell it.
You think?
Yeah. Or at least make it available to your members on your site.
I think
kind of like are you on JP's site? I think you said you were. Right?
Well, I have the vlog going on YouTube.
What? Oh, yeah.
So it kind of already is done.
Yeah, no, I agree. It just takes more time to watch it all versus read it.
Yeah, versus reading. Yeah.
Whatever. Run the views up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Trying. It's what's so funny is like the views are so reflected by how strong I am.
That's the issue.
Yes.
That's the problem. And it's the same in bodybuilding. It's, reflected by either being insanely large or insanely like shredded.
Yep.
And then if you're somewhere in the middle, the views go
It's
down.
just yep.
And that's why there's so much pressure, which leads me to my next topic.
Okay.
Have you seen The Rock's transformation?
What do you mean?
Have you seen the recent photos of him at some like film premiere for his new show Wrecking Ball? Wrecking Machine?
No, I haven't seen it.
No, so anyways, he's significantly lighter. Like he's probably like 230 now.
Yep.
And The Rock, like he's 6'5". At his peak, he was a legit like 280 pounds, and now he's like 230-ish. And I don't know if the downsizing was intentionally just for this movie role, or he's like done it for like, quote, health reasons. So he's in his mid-50s. But either way, like huge props to Dwayne, because when you're in the spotlight like that and your image is so intertwined with like how your physique looks, there's so much pressure to keep it there. And one of the biggest tragedies in our sports is guys pushing it too long when they're past their prime, because they can't let go, largely because they're in the spotlight and they're known for how they look, and then that's when disaster strikes. So I don't know if it was just for a role or he actually has decided to kind of downsize, but like huge props to him. I love seeing that.
And it's funny because I had no idea, but it's like everything you hear about him is how ego driven he is or whatever. I'm not sure how much of that is fake or not.
I think Vin Diesel just started all that.
But I think it's like for someone to be able to do that, that kind of shows a level of humility.
It does.
In a way.
Yeah.
If I get shit on for calling The Rock humble, who cares? But knowing how difficult it was for me to go through the process of feeling as weak as I did for as long as I did, like it's gnarly.
Yeah, and imagine it like at his level. You know, like how many people, and everyone, he's called The Rock.
Yep.
That's because of how he looks. And I'm seeing all this stuff online. I don't know, our algorithm must be slightly different, but it's like, he's not, now it's the Pebble,
Poor guy.
Yeah, but man, he looks good. I mean, he's still 230 in crazy good shape. He's just, maybe eating a bit less. And yeah.
But anyways, I gotta get my pre-workout meal in here, so we get to training.
Okay.
So
what's the big lift today?
Deadlift.
How much?
Gonna go 4-inch block pull, whatever feels right for the top set. Aiming for that sweet spot where it's heavy but still easy.
Yeah.
And
you gonna beat Deshaun today?
No, he's not here today. He's in Edmonton. He's at a wedding.
Oh, he was here yesterday.
Yep.
Oh, right. That's why he said he was like suit shopping or something a couple weeks ago.
Yep. So he's gone this weekend. So
I don't know where he buys his suits.
I don't know. Big and tall store?
It must
Probably
be.
not.
Maybe.
Man.
I got a shirt from there one time and it was absolute, just a tarp.
Sidetracking. When I got married, it was post knee blowout, so I was like really sad and skinny. It's like 230.
Yeah.
Buying a suit at that size that wasn't even that big was the hardest thing in my life. Getting a shirt to fit around my neck when my neck was skinny.
Yeah. Did they measure it? Have you measured it recently?
No, I don't. It's like I feel like half the weight I've gained has gone to my fucking throat.
Your neck is bigger.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's getting gross. I don't like it.
You ever see photos or videos of Jeff King? I'm pretty sure his name's Jeff King. Might be slightly off.
I don't know.
He was known as like he was like the original Neckzilla. Now there's like Rubiel, massive black guy.
Yep.
Yeah, so it was Jeff King before him, and he was in like the 80s. He was like a quite aesthetic bodybuilder. His neck was massive and like these big veins.
Yep.
Like it was like a peeled, massive neck. It's like a Mike Tyson neck.
Yeah, I wish I had that problem, not the fat neck problem. But could be worse.
Yeah, you have a CPAP.
Yeah, if my total goes up, it'll be worth the fat neck comments.
I think it looks great.
Having commenters telling me I'm built like a jelly donut again, so
is that what
things
they
are
say?
in the world. Yeah.
Haters.
Yep. Post your total in physique. I dare ya.
Post your what?
Post your total in your physique.
We're gonna make a challenge.
That shuts them up all the time.
Total and physique. Yeah. Well, even just saying post your total is probably suffice in your position.
Yeah. And then you get the random butthurt guy that thinks I'm strength shaming him and then wants to post me on a story about how I'm bullying him because he's weak.
Yeah, but did he comment first?
Yeah, he did. Commented something really lame and then...
You're just defending yourself.
Yeah. So...
Anyways, I got to go to the store and film some promo videos.
Okay, good luck. Use it there?
Yeah.
Yeah, making a murder's money.
Yeah, fuck. I've been seeing him too much lately, but
Perfect.
we'll do it.
Okay, toodly do.